Have you ever wondered where the art of yoga that you so often practice originated? Let us venture back in time over 5,000 years ago to the birthplace of yoga, the ancient Indus-Sarasvati civilization in northern India. Here, the seeds of yoga were sown, deeply intertwined with the spiritual fabric of the society. The term yoga first made its appearance in the oldest sacred texts known to humankind, the Rig Veda. The Vedas, a collection of texts containing songs, mantras, and rituals, were used by the Brahmins, the Vedic priest. The word yoga in these ancient scripts referred to a yoke, symbolizing the union of the material and spiritual worlds. This mystical discipline was not just about physical postures, but a holistic approach to well-being, connecting the mind, body, and spirit. And this, my friends, was how the journey of yoga began in the ancient civilizations of India. As centuries passed, yoga began to evolve. Let's dive into the classical era. The classical era of yoga is a fascinating period, often referred to as the golden age of yoga. This period is best defined by the Yoga Sutras, penned by the sage Patanjali. This text is the first systematic presentation of yoga and has greatly influenced its practice and understanding. Patanjali's Yoga Sutras are a collection of 196 aphorisms or sutras that provide a philosophical guidebook for most of the yoga that is practiced today. It outlines the art and science of yoga in a detailed manner, organizing it into what Patanjali referred to as an eight-limbed path. These limbs, or steps, serve as guidelines on how to live a meaningful and purposeful life. These 8 steps include ethical standards, self-discipline, posture, breath control, sensory withdrawal, concentration, meditative absorption, and enlightenment. Each step is a tool to gain control over the mind and body, ultimately leading one towards samadhi or enlightenment. The classical era saw yoga transition from a mystical and spiritual practice to a more systematic and structured form. The focus shifted from rituals to a more practical and philosophical approach towards life and self-realization. The teachings of Patanjali played a significant role in this transformation, providing a blueprint that continues to underpin the practice of yoga even today. Thus, yoga transitioned from the Vedic period to a more systematic and structured form in the classical era. From the structured classical era, yoga moved into a new phase. Welcome to the post-classical era. Now, this was a time of innovation and expansion within the world of yoga. The yoga masters of this era, with their profound wisdom and foresight, created a system of practices designed to rejuvenate the body and prolong life. They sought to break free from the constraints of classical yoga and its focus on consciousness, and instead, they turned their attention towards the physical body and our present existence. In this era, the masters developed Tantra Yoga, a riveting new approach that was both radical and transformative. Tantra Yoga introduced techniques to cleanse the body and mind, a holistic approach to wellness that was groundbreaking for its time. These techniques were designed to break the knots that bind us to our physical existence, a process known as Bhuta Shuddhi in ancient texts. This profound shift in focus from the spiritual to the physical marked a significant change in the trajectory of yoga. The post-classical era was indeed a time of exploration and experimentation. It was an era that pushed the boundaries of what yoga could be and how it could serve humanity. It was a period that saw yoga evolve from a primarily spiritual practice to a more comprehensive system that encompasses mind, body, and spirit. The post-classical era marked a significant shift in yoga, focusing more on the present body and life. From ancient India to the modern world, let's see how yoga has evolved in contemporary times. Yoga's journey to the West began in the late 19th century, a time when Eastern philosophies and practices were gaining recognition. This was largely due to the tireless efforts of notable figures such as Swami Vivekananda. As a monk and scholar, Vivekananda traveled to the United States in 1893, introducing the West to the spiritual and philosophical aspects of yoga through lectures and books. Vivekananda's teachings, focusing on the mind and spirit, laid the groundwork for yoga's acceptance in the West. However, it was not until the mid-20th century that the physical aspect of yoga, the asanas or poses, gained popularity. This shift was influenced by Tirumalai Krishnamacharya, often referred to as the father of modern yoga. His students, including BKS Iyengar and Pattabhi Jois, carried on his legacy, helping to shape yoga as we know it today. In today's world, yoga has taken many forms, catering to diverse needs and preferences. Hatha yoga, for instance, is a popular style that focuses on asanas and controlled breathing. It's slow-paced and gentle, making it an excellent choice for beginners and those seeking stress relief. On the other hand, Ashtanga yoga offers a more vigorous approach. It involves a series of poses, performed in a specific sequence, synchronized with the breath. This style is physically demanding and is often chosen by those seeking to improve strength and flexibility. But yoga, in the modern era, is more than just a series of poses. It's a holistic approach to health and well-being, encompassing physical exercise, mindfulness, and spiritual growth. It's been embraced by celebrities and athletes, office workers and seniors, and everyone in between. It's been adapted for children and even pets. It's been studied by scientists for its potential benefits in managing stress, improving mental health, and promoting overall wellness. In the modern world, yoga has evolved into a holistic approach to health and well-being, embraced by millions across the globe. From ancient civilizations to the 21st century, the journey of yoga has indeed been fascinating. This enlightening voyage began in the mystical realms of the Indus Valley, where the seeds of yoga were sown. It then flourished during the classical era, where the quintessential Yoga Sutras were penned, outlining the eightfold path of yoga. Yoga further evolved during the post-classical era, shifting its focus from the metaphysical to the physical, incorporating asanas and pranayama to enhance the well-being of the mind and body. In modern times, yoga has transcended borders and cultures, becoming a global phenomenon. It's not just a fitness regimen, but a holistic practice that integrates the mind, body, and spirit. So the next time you roll out your yoga mat, remember the rich history and evolution of this age-old practice. And as you strike your next pose, remember you're not just doing yoga, you're becoming a part of a global lineage.